had to have been.
A lot of aggro in the room.
They'll control on control matchup. Usually going to time.
So maybe we'll get some smooth aggro matches this game. I don't know. I know that if you ever want to have 20 minutes left every round, you just play burn. Because either you win in 5 minutes or you lose in 5 minutes.
It's just true.
So keep it simple.
Not too many time games in the old burn matchup. If you're just joining us, I am Dustin Thompson, Tenacious TT 56 on Twitter. This is Quad Nine's Drew Bentley with me. We're at Crimson Castle Wednesday Night Magic. You can follow us on Twitter at CCastle Events under the hashtag CCWEDNTG. Also on Facebook, Crimson Castle Games, the YouTube channel. You can see anything you missed. You can go back see. That was our first round of the night. It was a control on control smash up. Pretty good match actually.
Yeah, it was back and forth more than I thought it would be.
Yeah, and for Brian not being a seasoned control player, I thought he navigated that pretty well. Yeah. Definitely almost pulled it out there.
Like the first game, the mull to 5, but he, kind of made a game with that one. Brian had the answers. I did like seeing the Cure get ultimated.
Yes, Release the Krakens happened. I got to say that on camera. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Kiora and releasing said Krakens.
I don't know if you got to watch the coverage last week. It got put over to YouTube. I was working when it was live, so I got to see a sideboard get shuffled into a deck. That was fun.
Huh.
So yeah, didn't he called it on himself? Wasn't a game loss or anything, but
that was here.
Yes, he's in the finals. All of a sudden he takes his 7 and is like, "Oh, those are sideboard cards." Awkward. So yeah, he shuffled up his entire 75.
Clap for honesty. What we got here in the comments? I like to spell. I play it more if I really play control. I mostly play it to protect combos. Shows what you know. That's totally there for not getting your hero downfalled.
Right. Which he did have the combo Archangel, so he's protecting his
Tag
combo.
Team Archangels.
Exactly.
Kai Nelson is a freaking ninja. If you don't know him, there's a reason he has an Asian first name, Kai, because he's a ninja.
Okay, so maybe get some aggro in this matchup.
Some aggro, taste of it. Let's see, Dungeon card on here.
Actually, I want to see this deck.
I kind of do want to see that blue-eyed aggro
deck. Nobody's playing it, but the black-green dredge deck is a lot of fun to watch.
I gotcha. Oh, what we got here? Okay, so we got Blue-Eyed Devotion.
I really like that deck.
Who's this Brian G?
I don't know, and he's totally riffling that deck, which is funny. This is mine.
Riffling in them shinies.
It's okay. I've seen his Belcher deck. It's sad what his LEDs look like on the back.
So,
his little rug midrange. Don't know if I'm familiar with that list too much.
It is not Chris Green playing rug midrange. If any of our Birmingham people are here, that is Chris Gasquet.
Sure, close enough.
Or Gask. I like Gasquet. Do we think Karanos, while these guys are shuffling in the comments here, do we think Karanos will see play in control decks?
Absolutely.
That's what is Karanos again?
It's the Is It God that said, like, if you reel a land, you draw another card. If you reel like a spell, you bolt them to their face or to their creature.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely a control card. I mean, you could put it as a curve topper on like an aggro style deck.
How many? What's it cost?
5.
Yeah, three. It's gotta be 5. Most of the guys
3 red, blue. The standard, 7 devotion to red or blue.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a control card.
The monkeys are adding in chiming in a good note. Corsair Crowfix. I think that card it's slowly been climbing up, but so many things now with like top of libraries with
Domri,
the new one that's going to be spoiled. I think it's going to be that card's probably going to shoot through the roof here soon.
I mean, it's he's playing modern. I think I saw it in a legacy deck.
Get your play sets if you haven't already. All right.
So Brian, the level 2 judge, leads off with Judge's Familiar.
Brian G. I refuse to say Brian G. That is a giant pig by the name of Porky out there.
True story. True story.
Not the trademark Porky Pig, but the other one that's local and from Alabama and plays a lot of Charbelcher. That's right, Monkey. You rename him Porky.
So we had a little Temple Scry action. I'm interested to see this road deck.
I'm interested to see this too.
I haven't seen too much of it.
Chris is a player. I don't know Chris very well, but just from being up here, I haven't seen him in a long time. But he's a solid player on his own.
Well, he's at 19 from last turn because he did get whacked for one by the bird and getting animated
We got a 17 now. Looks like.
I think 16, 1 and then 3, 1 and 3. So yeah, because they didn't take off the first one.
Basic math.
So, looks like he's a little bit of land heavy. See Hallowed Fountain, Island, Cyclonic Rift, which is just a house in the deck.
And there's the girl we were just talking about.
Chris reveal lands.
She's come to the party.
Oh, that's the girl that I think Porky wanted to see there.
Oh, Queen of the Sea herself.
Yep. Even if she's of the gods from Theros, she's the one I think that not being active doesn't matter. You get enough value out of her just sitting there and scrying.
Oh, that's nasty. Here comes a land from the top of the deck, I would imagine.
Nope. Looks like he got in there for one with the Judge Familiar after playing Thassel, or before playing Thassel, and then played the tap Hallowed Fountain.
Oh!
Double Courser, and then he slams the land for double triggers.
There we go.
So he's back up to 17.
Oh, that's hot.
Yep. And reveals. Well, I'll tell you what. That is very nice, but it makes a heck of a detention sphere target. I'll tell you that.
So, yeah, I wonder if that's even on Chris's radar.
And Porky decides to lay down his land.
Cyclonic Rift. I
So,
wonder if
free info for those of you who know.
I wonder if Chris if it's even crossing his mind that he's on blue-white devotion and has
access to
detention spheres. He could be just thinking that he's got Scrylands in there.
Yeah. So,
does that list play? That is your list, right?
Yeah, it's my deck. I let him borrow it. It's 4 D spheres, 2 FR, and that's the only white splash in the main deck, or the 2 FR and 4 D spheres.
Yeah, he's definitely. Either that or he just doesn't care because he's going to get so much value off of these. He's going to gain 1 life from playing a shock.
Untapped. Yeah.
Untapped.
And reveals Kiora.
And Kiora's on top.
Wow. So, play Shockland, gain 1 life. That's more better than a OG duel.
Looks like he's gonna. Okay.
Carrot. Oh well.
I saw Mizium Mortars in hand. I did not see the carrot. I didn't.
I won't get much out of the mortars right now, but he's gonna scry. That is one of the sadder feelings playing that deck is when you play a big Master of Waves and they overload Mizium Mortars, then the Master's just sitting there by himself. A little 2-1 that didn't get blown away, but he's very lonely at that point.
I didn't try building the mono or the blue devotion decks, but I have played it a little bit, and I don't know if it's just one of those that I'm not skilled enough to master, but I don't like the inconsistency that I felt with it, and I've watched with it. If you get the nut draws, it's obviously unbeatable, but for most things, but it's very inconsistent to me.
Oh, Aiden went on the top there.
Yeah, Chris he's just about to assemble something nasty over here. And I don't know if Porky's holding.
Well, he's got Cyclonic Rift.
He's got
in hand,
Rift,
he doesn't have the mana to overload it yet. And the deck plays Nykthos, but he doesn't have enough devotion for that to make a difference either.
It's not gonna. He
he's
needs
gonna
to draw
wait till
something
lands.
big. Because mood vaults are useless right now. He needs a D-Sphere bad.
D-Sphere gets him back in this for the most part.
Which I kind of don't know why Chris is not swinging with these.
They're 2/4s. They beat down. He could double block with the Mutavault and lose the Mutavault. He's not done, stone on himself.
Don't know if he just wants to end game with a planeswalker or an Aetherling.
He's also got Xenagos Planeswalker in hand.
Well, that's fun. There she is again.
Now, I wonder why he didn't play the Xenagos there, because if he plays Xenagos, leaving open the Temple of Mystery, then add mana for all his creatures, and he can just follow up with Kiora. So
There's Kiora. She's so cool. Good input, monkey. Yeah, leave the color to me.
So
She's cool because when she gets to 5, you can go, release the Krakens!
oh, actually, Porky's got a hell of something on the bottom there I didn't see. So if he rips, he's got one more land in hand. Oh, there's the D-Sphere.
Oh, snap.
So,
At this point, though, what?
well,
I mean, he can bounce. He can Cyclonic Rift.
I think you D-Sphere the coursers
Yeah.
and then let him play something else, because he's going to untap with no real threat besides Kiora. He's going to play something else, and then you just rift it back to his hand. next turn.
Maximum value, D-Sphere.
That is the best D-Sphere right there. And
Smack to the face.
gonna block
Block
one
one.
and take 2.
Girl goes to 1. He doesn't swing with the judges.
No, she bubbled it.
Kiora.
That was the bubble in that, yeah.
Got
So
it.
no sense in swinging.
Old bubble screen. Put the old bubble screen.
Here counts for 2 devotion for Afara, which as a creature is pretty beastie.
Counts for 2 devotion for Fast Nasty
Well,
over there on the side, too.
Just the one.
One. True.
And a little tech that I myself missed playing the deck was sometimes you have D-Spheres in hand and you're playing with Burn, and you have no targets, but you can actually play it, just let it resolve and don't target anything, and then it still counts on your
For the devotion.
Yep.
Yes.
Because I came across that.
You're such a cagey veteran, Drew.
Well, I had my opponent point that out to me after the game. I won the game, and he's like, why didn't you just, because he saw me rip one, and he's like, why didn't you just play that for devotion? I was like, yeah. Moto makes you lazy.
Come
you forget
on,
about
Drew.
main triggers. But I won the game, but it was not played correctly. So
Rodeo rub-ins.
yep. Okay, so he does have mana to bounce the Aetherling, which is not good. Of course, he can just wait till he goes to combat and then wipe everything back.
I like this rug deck.
He
I
plays
like it a lot.
many good cards, all the fun times. Look, he's got 2 temples untapped. The
Did he
Abandoned
just
Mystery.
cast Aetherling?
Yeah, he just cast it this turn.
Okay.
So
Apologies. I got sidetracked.
you said you hadn't seen many spoilers, but the art for the what is it? Athreos, the black-white god.
Yeah.
There's a picture that somebody photoshopped of him holding a big guitar, like Guitar Hero. So it's
I thought they did. Didn't they do that with the Xenagos too? When it was spoiled?
yeah, that's the difference. But this one, if you haven't seen the art for it, it is quite interesting. Just kind of wondering what the ability is going to be.
Yeah, Garuk the Metal God is also a thing.
Haven't heard much about that actually. That should be interesting. And it's Porky's turn. It's supposed to be epic.
Plays epic solo, and you win the game.
Okay, so Porky's animated the Mutavault. He's swinging into the untapped Aetherling.
I think he's just trying to kill Kiora. It doesn't. I mean, regardless whether he blocks or not.
Yeah.
Plus, he still has Cyclonic Rift in his hand.
Yeah. Actually, he did the bird at his face, knocking him down to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, plays Master of Waves. That's fun times. For maximum tokens, 4.
2, 3, 4. Right.
Is it 4?
Yeah, he's got the D-Sphere down there. For
Yeah, but that's
1,
only 1 blue.
2,
Oh, yeah,
3,
4. Yeah.
and the Master
Yeah,
himself.
that Master himself.
Master!
Yeah,
Master!
Now, for the flavor fail, how come Whelming Wave hits Master Waves? It doesn't hit octopus or kraken, but it takes master waves off the board. That's the flavor fail there. Where are you at, R&D?
Master of waves.
And a whelming wave.
Just that one wave's too whelming, man. He can't master it.
Apparently not. But
I mean, you can't master them all.
if it was red, he'd be like, haha.
I mean, Michael Jordan didn't hit every fadeaway, Drew.
Yeah, but did he ever get blocked at the buzzer like LeBron? Probably not. I think I would have seen that. Okay, well, looks like something got blown up. Oh, he overloaded Mizzy Mortars. Okay, I got you. So there's the case I was talking about.
Bounce!
The
Come
lonely
on,
master.
bounce! Oh, he overloaded Mizzy Mortars.
He did. But on the plus side, if
Was there a cyclonic rift overloaded as well?
No, it's
Okay, I missed that. I'm sorry. I heard when you said mortars, I heard cyclonic rift.
No, he
Okay,
uploaded Mizzy Mortars to wipe away the tokens.
Gotcha.
And the judge is familiar.
Gotcha.
Leaving open one, and for the Aetherling, and the Carrot, so he's got 2 mana available there. But if Porky rips either, he could rip Tidebinder Mage, Nightville Spectre, Frostburn Word, all these two.
Yeah, he's got. That's what I was saying. We were going to say a minute ago.
See?
Yeah.
No, that's his own
Any of the underwhelming creatures in the deck will turn Fast Nasty on.
So he's got
Time to get Fast Nasty.
plenty of devotion, and let me see, he can animate 1 or 2 Mutavaults.
Are we going? This is going to be a big swing here.
It is a big swing. He's swinging for 11 here. Actually, he can't swing with Nightville there. Yeah, but it's 11.
Yes, it is
2, 2,
11.
2, 5. Yeah, and he's got 1 block in Carroted.
So he can make whatever unblockable.
Well, yeah, but actually no, he don't have 1 mana.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna chump.
That's right. I'm looking at the Nightville Spectre there.
He's gonna. Oh, I thought about chump fast. He just blocks Master of Waves. Takes 9, I believe.
Does he have triple red in his lands? Yeah, he does.
Does he have another Mizzy Mortars?
I don't know.
But yeah, no, he had plenty of red there.
I see Xenagos. I see double Xenagos.
And then 1 card he refuses to shuffle at the front. And
Yeah, I don't know.
so he's
I don't
at
know what's
3.
up.
Yeah, I thought he was scooping for a second.
Me
He
too.
just wants to lay out his lands in a better motion. I don't know what gets him out of this right here. I mean, he's got Night Veil, which is an unimpeded 2.
He's gonna try to Xenagos, make the Aetherling an 8 power.
Oh, I thought that was the Planeswalker. Is it the God?
I think it is the god.
I see a Pelurkinos in there. Planeswalker, it's the Planeswalker, yeah. But, I mean, he could pump out a 2/2 or make more mana.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Maybe he's trying to see if he can Pelukrinos. I don't know, monsters.
Well, even if he monsters it, the only thing he can really kill is the Master of Ways, and then Porky's still got 5 devotion. D-Sphere, Nightville Spectre. Yeah, okay, so for Chronos, he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 5 mana available, some of which he needs for Aetherling.
1, 2.
And Porky's got Cyclonic Rift in hand as his only card, I believe.
Pelukrinos for 2.
Like I said, he can't kill the Nightville Spectre yet.
Yeah, I didn't have enough.
Math is hard.
Would have
but
been
he got there.
Would have been interesting. I thought he had the god Xenagos
Oh, that would be
to
sick.
pump the Aetherling. Does it give trample?
Gets haste.
It's just haste. Okay, so
But
he could.
it
He
makes
still
it
could have
unblockable,
chumped.
so-
He still could. It does make it unblockable.
No, Aetherling can make him unblockable with its own trigger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's got all the triggers, or all the activated abilities. But the thing is, you can go ahead and pump Aetherling before you activate
Exactly.
it, before combat.
Exactly.
And you get it
If
for like
he had
16.
enough mana, he was at. Porky was at exactly 16 life.
Yeah.
So had we had the god there,
Yeah, the god gets X plus X plus X, and haste works your power.
that's nice. So you could just win out of nowhere.
I
I like that rug deck. Hey, let's check out the sideboard actually. While we're doing that, you guys can chime in, do whatever you want. two people that are watching on at Sea Castle Events on Twitter. Hashtag CC Wednesday NTG, CCWED NTG. Visit our Facebook page at Crimson Castle Games and our YouTube channel and Twitch on Twitch TV. That's where we're watching live.
Well, like I said, what's Chris' sideboard like? Because I can tell you, Brian doesn't have a lot for this matchup.
I think definitely Unravel the Aethers are going to come in.
Got to come in for Thassa, the Pithing Needle. Ooh, Ruach Thar. Like that card. Niskara Hydra, 4 of. Probably jamming all 4 of those in there. Because the deck actually has no answer for that. Except for, I think all you can...
Yeah, Niskara Hydra's a good one.
Your only answer is the Overloaded Cyclonic Rift. And I think it's
Nalia's Disciple, interestingly enough.
That probably, yeah.
See you coming in there
burn,
just
yeah.
because. And some of these aggressive draws from that blue-white deck are just, or the blue devotion. I don't know much about as much blue-white, but if it functions like that blue one, it can come out pretty fast.
So for Porky, there's a 1 of Blind Obedience in the board just for Aetherling. So if you ever blink it out, it comes back in tapped every time, which is kind of a better action.
That's sweet.
Pithing Needle comes in probably for name of Planeswalker or Aetherling. Don't know that Domestication comes in. He's got a lot of counter magic. Don't know that any of that's going to be worth it. Bidance gives you a little bit more card advantage. It plays 1 main deck and 2 in the board.
Right.
Yeah, you can see Chris jamming into the Unravel the Aether, so he's really wanting those.
$30 and 30 and a half minutes in the round.
Okay.
I think these are good. I'm going to give these to
So, while they're still trying to decide on their sideboarding, luckily you can see, like I said, he slammed into the Unravel the Aether. I'm not sure what else he sided in there, but he definitely brought those in. In addition, the
I don't know anything that's just fantastic there, but yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, and then the new spoiler, there's a new Enchantress out, which every time you play an enchantment, you draw a card. It costs 4, though, so it's not as good as some of the old school ones. But enchantments matter is definitely a thing now. So I can't wait to see some of those decks pop up when it becomes legal.
So tell me the Enchantress again, what now?
It's green and 3, I believe, for a 2. The buy doesn't matter, but every time, if she's in play, every time you play an enchantment, you get to draw a card.
Oh, so, okay. Yeah, exactly. Enchantress effect.
Yeah, it's 2 GG for a 2/2. Which, there are quite a number of good enchantments now, so I can see that spawning a whole deck. I was trying to come up with a deck online the other night, like some kind of Bant
Enchantment decks?
Yeah, but like by the time you get to 4, like what do you want to be doing with that deck? So I don't know. I'm gonna wait to see the whole spoiler and see what else is going on. Well, that card looks to be pretty good. There's also a kept wanting to get Damnation reprinted to help the price and modern and all that. Well, a 3rd set's out, and there is a Black Wrath, but it's not Damnation. It's they're calling it, instead of Damnation 2.0, it's 0.5 because it costs 6 mana and it destroys all non-enchantment creatures.
Non-enchantment creatures.
So, like, say your
Extinguish all hope. I'm getting the name.
That's it. So, like your Herald of Torment, if you've got it on board and you've got Erebos on board, and you play that, they stay around. Of course, Erebos is indestructible, but like your Bestow creatures, stuff like that, they'll stay around. Everything else.
Courser. That lady we were just talking about, Courser, she's an enchantment creature.
She is she?
Yeah.
So is Spirit of the Labyrinth, which I still want to see it in play. I actually saw somebody have to cast a Sphinx's Revelation just for the life gain because his opponent had the Spirit of the Labyrinth in place. So he couldn't draw the cards, but he had to cast it just to not die that turn. Looks like Porky is. Looks like he's keeping. I think Chris is mulling. Yeah. He is. Funny. Smiley face with the camera there.
Creative. He is smiling for us.
There's something in your nose there.
This is a straight up intimidation tactic, I think, from Porky. Trying to play mind games and getting the head of Chris Gascoigne.
Apparently that's for you, DT.
Apparently it is for me.
Porky sends all his love.
You tell him I'm not intimidated
free info.
by his
All the D fingers.
smileys. Can we DQ him?
Porky keeping the 2-land 5-spell hand. He's got, I think, his Judge Familiar Negate, Double D-Sphere, Nightville Spectre, 2 lands. And Temple Go.
Monkey, you tell Porky I'm not intimidated by his tactics. Good. Well, tell him again.
Bird.
That was terrible.
Hey, Frank.
Bless you.
I'm done dying now, so it's good.
Porky is enlightened. And apparently he didn't like what he was enlightened to.
Those growling. So, go to 19.
Poke him with that beak, man.
Just to kind of talk a little bit more about the spoilers while they're developing the boards here. The Elspeth weapon, the Godsend, was spoiled. It's
Oh, yeah?
3 mana legendary artifact equipment, and it gives +3/+3. Once you equip something that it blocks or is blocked, you may exile a target creature that is blocking or being blocked by it during combat.
Nice. 1 white.
And then any creature that is exiled with it cannot be played from your opponent. So if you get one of them, if they've got 4 of them in the deck, you can't cast that 3.
Gina.
But the equip cost is 3, so it's the 3 and 3 is kind of hefty. I'm not sure.
Nah, man, that's straight up swords.
Yeah, the sword, the 2 is a little bit better, but the 3 equip is a little expensive. But I think it might not make a splash right away, but come rotation, I think it gets there. I really do.
And you're gonna see some green stuff. You're gonna see some L's being played.
Well,
Turn 2 equip, turn 2 play, turn 3 equip. Swing
for 4.
Match for 4.
Oh, you want to block? Exile that thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there's a Miscutter Hydra.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, and there are a couple of hexproof guys in standard, so slapping that sword on those things seem good.
Mono green, hexproof dutters.
So, like I said, there's not really an answer for that Miscutter and Porky deck. And it's a 3/3 Miscutter, so quite the clock.
It's nice little clock there.
That's interesting because he's going to
What did he snag?
He snagged Unravel the Aether, but with the Nightville Spectre, he could get a answer to the Miscutter Hydra from his own opponent's deck. He took 2 for that. What's he going to play here? Oh, Master Blades.
Well, just Master Blades.
Master Blades. So he has to have an answer for that because that's
Search up, dudes.
5 tokens.
Race me, bro.
So yeah, Porky actually needs 1 more token. I think he's only got 4 out there now. That makes 5. So he can't swing with the Hydra if he doesn't have an answer for the Master of Waves right here. He just dies in the crackback. He's only got 4 mana. very timely Master Waves. And as has been the case for about the past 6 months, it ends games.
Yeah, it just threw Chris's clock out the window.
Like
Chris doesn't even have it. He's not even close to triple red for Mizium mortars.
No, that's a cute 3/3. I was actually testing with a Simic version of this deck, that Splash Green for Simic Charm to make Master Waves hexproof or to bounce stuff, and then also Master Biomancer, which I don't know if you ever had him in play and then cast Master Waves, but it's fun. You've got a bunch of 3/4s, and if Master Wave dies, they stick around. Or a bunch of 4/3s, I'm sorry.
Now, what you're describing would be a next level wave maneuver.
It was fun when it worked. Yeah, I think Chris is pretty stuck here. I know he's got Cure in hand. And even if he played something like Domri, he couldn't have the Hydra fight it because you have to target it with Domri, so that's almost a dead card. He could take out something like the Nightwell Spectre. But Pro Red is significant for sure. And his only land is Breeding Pool, has played untapped, drops to 13.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the tank for that.
He's got a blocker and a Domri.
So he can fight.
He can fight a token or the Night Veil, which I guess you would do.
Night Veil Spectre.
Fight the Night Veil Spectre, which takes no damage. Oh, Pithing Needle. Nice Domri.
Yeah.
Of course, you just hold that as a little surprise for after combat should the game go any farther. So he swings with the bird, so that's automatic 1. He's got 10 power and tokens. Of course, one gets 8 by the Hydra, so it gets in for.
It's gonna block 2.
Yeah, so it gets
2,
in for
4, 6,
7.
8, 9.
Blocks 2, takes 6 from the tokens and 1 from the bird. I don't think he swung with Master Waves because he just blocks it and then you're done.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm thinking I've got my protections wrong.
Yeah.
I forget the...
That would have been the game ender here is if he ripped into the Master Waves, and it's just, nice game.
Yeah.
Yes, I would try scoop against that board state myself.
Yes.
Because, you block 1, and then you eat 1, take 7, down to 6, and he's got the Pithing Needle in hand to...
Is Domri blocking 1 right there?
He wanted to, but no such luck.
Domri loves to fight.
So he does like to fight.
I think they got Domri wrong as this tribal woman or whatever it is. It definitely should be a leprechaun on there or an Irishman, like with pints in hand, ready to fight.
Why'd you have to say that? Because I'm trying to get some altars done for my cube, and I just got a Domri, and I've only got the 1. Now I have to have it altered.
Come on, man.
That's going to happen.
You got to have it altered.
It's going to happen now.
Domri loves to fight. He's got a little Irishman in him.
But does he like dogs?
Like dogs, no.
Oh, dogs. Yeah, Needle named Domri, which is the play.
The old Pithing Needle coming down, stabbing Domri in the back.
Like, he's still there, but he just has to watch.
No fighting.
And the loneliest Cloudfin Raptor as the 01.
Oh, and Domri does in fact like dags.
He did like dags.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because if you got any dags on the top of your deck, you can put them in your hand.
True story. And if you don't get the reference, go watch the movies. Because that's good stuff.
He also likes dogs.
Okay, so he's trying to deploy as many blockers as he can. He got Xenagos, probably just going to make it 2-2.
Xenageezy. Cider!
Oh, negated.
Oh,
negated.
No, negatory.
And he's tapped out and does not have the blockers.
No!
That is it.
Chris curses the gods of magic as he scoops his cards.
Who needs answer to Miscutter Hydra when you make 1 billion tokens?
And Porky Brown Grist, Blue-White Devotion, protects the mid-range.
So I do like
of the rug variety.
Well, obviously it's my deck. I do like the splash for D-Sphere and Afara. Afara just draws so many cards. So many cards.
We ready.